A great way you can improve your game indoors or while you're away from the course is play a round of golf perfectly in your mind. You're going to help to improve your focus, your visualization and imagery, your strategy and course management. You're going to develop a stronger mental strength, and it's fun. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to play the 18th hole at Pebble Beach perfectly. Now what that means is this. You're going to play the course or the hole perfect according to your skill set. You're not all of a sudden a PGA Tour golfer. You are you playing your very best golf, which means if you can't reach a par 4 in regulation, you don't all of a sudden do it in your mind. Instead, you hit 2 perfect shots and you leave yourself in a position to get up and down. Now, when I do this drill, and I do this every day, whatever course I'm about to play, I play that course perfectly in my mind, and I make the situation as realistic as possible. If I know what the weather is going to be, I incorporate that into my visualization. If I know who I'm playing with, if I know there's a gallery, if I know what the temperature is going to be, the wind, the pin positions, I make it all as realistic as possible. And what that does for me, I end up shooting between 18 and 22 under par because I reach all the par 4s in regulation, of course, and there are par 5s that I can reach in 2. When I reach them in 2, I make eagle. Now, when you play a course perfectly in your mind, what that means is this. So you're gonna hit every tee shot perfectly. You're gonna hit every approach shot perfectly. If you have to hit a chip shot, you're gonna hit that perfectly. When you make the putt, you're gonna hit that perfectly. How you do it is like this. I hit the tee shot, I hit the approach shot, I leave myself 5 feet under the hole, and then I make the putt. This is a way of nurturing all of the skills, your long game, your short game, and your putting game. All right, so let's play the 18th hole at Pebble Beach, the iconic 18th hole. So if you look at the scorecard here, from the back tees, we got 543. From the next tees, 532, then 509, and 455. You're going to play the tee box that matches your skills so that you can hit 3 shots, ideally, and reach the green. If you can't reach the green in 3 shots from the forward tees, that's okay. You're going to get up and down for par. But you want to choose a tee box that fits your skill set so that you can reach the greens in regulation. I'm going to play from the back tees. Now, we have a yardage book here. In the yardage book, I'm going to teach you how to read a yardage book while you also start to develop a strategy. This yardage book is very important. If we go back to the tee box, this is based upon 18 being 536 yards. So when you see the T1 and you see that level line, that means that all the yardages are based upon the 536 yard starting point. Where you see T2 and T3, they are referring to the different tee boxes. T2 is 12 yards less and T3 is 72 yards less. So that means when we go out to the fairway here, if you look at the second bunker on the right, the black number that says 249, what they're referring to is it's 249 yards to reach the front of the second bunker from the 536 yard tee box. So T2, you're going to subtract 12, and T3, you're going to subtract 72. Now, as you look at this hole, the thing that makes the 18th hole at Pebble so difficult is the wind coming off the ocean and the tree in the middle of the fairway. If that tree wasn't there, the hole would be significantly easier. That tree now influences how you're going to play the hole. Now, if you look at the fairway, you can see that the widest part of the fairway for the tee shot is 52 yards wide, and there's no bunker to the right of it. This 52-yard point is in between the first and the second bunker. This is the course designer telling you this is where you should hit your tee shot. He's giving you a generous area with no trouble right for you to land your tee shot. Now, if you do that, you're playing the hole as a 3-shot hole, which is predominantly how this hole should be played. Of course, there are many tour players that play it as a 2-shot hole. I've played it, and there's been a few times where I've been able to reach the green with 1 iron or 3-wood. So it becomes your decision to make. If you want to try to reach the green in 2, you're taking on the big tree, you're taking on the bunker on the right, and you're taking on a narrower part of the fairway. If you play this as a 3-shot hole, You're playing to the widest part of the fairway. The tree is no longer nearly as difficult to pass by, and both of the fairway bunkers are out of play. So I'm going to play this as a 3-shot hole, and I suggest that you do the same. You're going to have overall a better score if you play this as a 3-shot hole. Plus, you're going to have much less stressful shots. You can hit a perfect drive and end up right behind that tree. And that's going to create stress for you, not only off the tee, but on the second shot. But to this widest part of the fairway, I can play. So we got 249 to the front edge of the right bunker, of the second bunker. That means I have about 230 to the fat part of the fairway. That means I get to hit 3-iron to the fat part of the fairway. And not only am I playing to the widest part of the fairway, I'm playing a club that's very easy to hit within a 52-yard wide fairway. So when you do this, I want you to picture yourself on the tee. You put the tee in the ground, you put the ball on the tee, you feel the slight breeze that might be blowing from left to right off of the ocean, and then you play the shot perfectly based upon your skill set. The ideal spot to be on this hole is slightly left of center. You don't want to be too far left because now you're taking on the ocean. You don't want to be too far right because now you're taking on the fairway bunkers and you're leaving the tree in your line of play. So I'm going to hit a 3-iron to the slightly left of center part of the fairway, which is going to leave me with an easy second shot. Now, as you do this, you see yourself on the tee box. You see yourself making a perfect golf swing. You see the ball flying through the air, and it's a perfect shape shot, exactly as you envision doing. You see the ball land, you see the ball come to rest. Now, if you struggle to manifest this in your mind, it's okay. Keep hitting the shot in your mind until you do it properly. This is how you are training your visualization and imagery, and you're training your ability to focus and be creative with what you see in your mind. You're also developing discipline, because if you can set the standard high that the shot has got to be perfect, well, it's going to take you a minute to figure out how to play that shot perfectly in your mind. But when you do, you're going to be taking a step forward as a golfer. So I hit that 3-iron. It's a perfect, solid, tight draw, just left of center of the fairway, leaving me with a perfect angle for my second shot. Now, as we look at the second shot, there are 2 places that you can land your second shot when you're playing this as a 3-shot hole. You're either going to play it past the narrowest point of the fairway, where the fairway is 28 yards wide and 100 yards from the green. You're either going to play it past that point or you're going to play it short of that point. This is for this reason. The fairway is widest past that point or short of that point. In fact, if you lay back to 150 yards, you can't even hit it into the bunker on the left. You see what's happening here? Through proper strategy and course management, it's not about hitting perfect shots. It's about not hitting the wrong shot. So as you're going to play your second shot, I'm going to be right in the left center of the fairway where it's 52 yards wide. That's going to leave me with about 300 yards left to the green. And as I look at my second shot that I'm going to play, I want to leave myself short of the narrowest part of the fairway at 100 yards. I want to leave myself with about 115 or 125 yards. This is for this reason. 1, it's the wider part of the fairway as compared to at 100 yards. Plus, I have a better angle at the pin. The tree up by the green is taken out of play when I'm at 125 yards compared to when I'm at 75 yards. So now I have 300 yards left to the green, which means I have 175 yards left to where I want to leave my second shot, which means I get to hit a 7-iron. So now my tee shot, I'm hitting a 3-iron. My second shot, I'm hitting a 7-iron. My third shot, I'm going to be hitting a wedge. I've now reduced this very demanding and difficult hole down into a very low stress, simple hole. So As I play this 7-iron, I feel the breeze blowing from left to right across the fairway. I know my draw is going to hold up just fine against that breeze. And I then hit the perfect 7-iron. Solid, tight draw. Lands exactly where I want it to land in the fairway, and I lead myself with 125 yards to the center of the green. Now from there, I'm going to play the approach shot into the green. You see the bunkers on the right, you see the tree on the right. Well, because I have 125 yards left into the green, I've taken those hazards more out of play. Now for me to hit that 125-yard shot, I'm going to play a size 8 pitching wedge. I'm going to leave the ball just under the hole with a 5-foot uphill putt. I see the shot, I feel the shot, I hit the shot in my mind. I see the ball land, it takes one hop, it checks, I'm 5 feet under the hole, and I see the ball come to rest. Now I'm going to go up to the green and I'm going to make that putt. So now I got that 5-footer, I see the clubhouse in the background, I feel the breeze blowing off of the ocean, and I'm excited. And if you think about it, you're playing the 18th hole at Pebble Beach. You got a putt for birdie. This is something that you're never going to forget. Allow that pressure to sit on your shoulders, and then you make a perfect putting stroke, and you hold the putt, and you make birdie at 18 at Pebble Beach.
There you go. He has come back from as many as 7 down today. Just amazing.
Now this is something that you can do regularly. You can play courses you've never played before because you can go online and you can see what the courses look like. You could play PGA Tour courses, or more important, and I think a more effective way to do it, is to play the courses that you typically play. So if you know you're playing around tomorrow, play that course perfectly in your mind. And when you go out, you are going to find that a few of the shots that you envisioned in your mind, you're going to manifest the next day. And the more you do this drill, the more you will manifest those great golf shots.